Hey guys, it's the Mad Master here. It's been a while since I've done a video, and something really prompted me to do this because, as people may already know, I'm not a fan of the two-party system in America right now. And it really honestly pisses me off when people jump on these bandwagons and do all this shit about, whatever. So I've been really villainized for expressing my support for Jill Stein in this election, and I people just use logical fallacies and all sorts of bullshit against anybody that has a third party opinion. So recently, I mean, this video might be a little bit late for this, but I was contemplating whether or not to do this video for a couple of days. So for anybody that doesn't know, is probably living in a cave somewhere. There was recently an Access Hollywood hot mic segment. Well, there was a segment with Donald Trump that was being taped, but then they left the mics on afterward, and it was Billy Bush and him talking about women and all this stuff. So a lot of the media coverage really didn't get to go through a lot of nuance about this, and I feel like it was really timed advertently to be at this point in time because of the WikiLeaks and all of that with Hillary. So I feel like it was because he said a lot of stuff over the years. There was something I heard from Howard Stern years back, or not a year, maybe a year ago. I heard something that was just as bad or whatever. They didn't really talk about it, but this whole thing, very weird timing. So instead of listening to the tape itself, I'm going to go through and analyze all the transcript. So this is basically what it's captured. I'm going to read the transcript here. So Donald Trump says, and unidentified voice. She used to be great. She's still very beautiful. And here's where Trump first says something that people do not like. And, honestly, it's kind of fucked up, but I'm going to read it. And I don't know if he was saying that he was married when he made the move on this woman, but Trump, I moved on her actually. She was down on Palm Beach. I moved on her and I failed. I'll admit, I did try to fuck her. She was married. So that first sentence, it sounds kind of lecherous and it sounds kind of, but I don't think it's really that terrible on its own. It's like he tried to have sex with a girl. She said no, right? A woman. Excuse me. And it's terrible because she's married and he was maybe married and he's a fucking scuzzball, right? Right, exactly. We can all acknowledge that. So unidentified voice. That's huge news here. I did this on purpose because I want to slowly go through everything. I didn't want to fuck around with video editing each part of what he said. So Trump says, no, Nancy. No, I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture, and I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. So if you listen to it, he's kind of laughing. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. Okay, so I have a few people that I know that it's like, oh my God, he said I moved on her like a bitch. Oh, wow. Okay, so what does he mean by that? Well, let's go through this. So I think he means like he was kind of aggressive, kind of pushy or whatever. But I couldn't get there. Okay, so he couldn't get there. What does that mean? Okay, so that means she said no. Again, he respected consent. This is very controversial, I know, but I'm going to go through all this. And she was married. This is what he says. And she was married. Then all of a sudden I see her. Now she's got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. He's a scuzzball, okay? He's he's only into, how a woman looks. Now, some of the blogs I've seen have just gone really far into, like, pointing out, he's such a scumbag for liking beautiful women and stuff. Like, that's going a little far. If it wasn't Donald Trump, if it was fucking, some rapper or some liberal politician or some famous celebrity like that, people wouldn't care as much. but because it's Donald Trump who's the hobgoblin and the devil that the left has, he's assumed this devil type, the Antichrist, as one of my friends thinks he is actually the Antichrist, but we're not going to go there into superstition. But so the thing is that he's pretty shallow, but saying that you're sexually attracted to someone isn't inherently bad or for looks. But some of these blogs I've read, there's just some crazy, some left-wing blogs or some of these, like raw stories. Like, come on, okay, come on. You're going a little far into this realm of just being really stupid. But and then Bush says, Billy Bush, I guess he's related to Bush, but he was like an entertainment reporter or whatever, anchor. Sheesh, your girl's hot as shit in the purple. And Trump's like, whoa, yes, the Donald has scored. Whoa, my man. Bush, there's back and forth between the two. Unidentified voice. Wait, you've got to look at me when you get out and be like, will you give me the thumbs up? You've got to give thumbs up. And then crosstalk. Look at you, you're a pussy. Crosstalk. Identified voice. You've got to get the thumbs up. You can't be too happy, man. All right, and I'll walk you down. That's what Trump says. Crosstalk. Maybe it's a different one. It's better. They have the whole damn thing on here. It's better not to be the publicist. No, it's her. It's her. Yeah, that's her with the gold. I've got to use some Tic Tacs. Now, this is another controversial part of the video, of the leak. I've got to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. Okay, so first of all, my question is, if he's talking about rape or non-consensual things, why would he need Tic Tacs? Why would you want why would you need the approval of someone you're just kissing out of, without consent? If he's like, I don't know about the rape case against him. I'm not going to comment on that. There's allegations about him. There's allegations about Clinton. So I'm not even going to go there. There could be some legitimate shit with either one of them. But that part is like, come on. You really think someone would be fucking Tic Tacs if they're going to forcefully kiss someone? So I'm going to keep going with this. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. I just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. An unidentified voice. Whatever you want. Trump. Grab him by the pussy. You could do anything. I don't know why it's funny, but... Anyway, so I'm going to break this down. So I already went through the Tic Tac part. So he's trying to get a rise out of Billy Bush, trying to make him laugh. Okay, if you listen to the video, it's very clearly he's trying to go more and more extreme, like any comedian does. And that's the way that I've been saying this for months. The way Trump talks in his speeches is like a comedian. He times it out very much like a stand-up comedy. And people miss the point of that. But basically what I'm saying is that it's a fraud. It's obviously he's conning people into believing he's actually, I think he would have accepted the presidency. It's pretty much over for him now. And it would have been a disaster, but I'm just saying he's not really that serious about it. So, anyways, that's just a note on the side. So this says a lot of things at once to me. So there's this side, that talks about, on these blogs or these, these feminist blogs or, mainstream liberal blogs or whatever. They say it's rape culture, all this stuff. This is very, very represented thing in society right now is male sexuality, how it works. People don't like to talk about it. So basically you have this, this guy said, this guy once said, men go into trance, basically, when around women they're seriously sexually attracted to. That's the way the male sex drive works. And basically he's giving that kind of impression by this. He's like, I can't control myself. They're just so hot. I mean, I've had conversations with many people that went that route. And we want to call it locker room talk or whatever. No, it's not locker room talk. It's just like, women are so beautiful that we feel like we can't control ourselves. Not as far as like raping them, but as far as how horny we get. That is basically what he's saying. It's like a magnet. I just kiss, It's like he can't control himself. He's trying to make Billy Bush laugh. He's talking about how he You know, he's exaggerating how much he can't control himself, even if the allegations of whatever are true. Now that is the second part. So I covered the Tic Tacs part. I covered the kissing part. The third part, and then the fourth part are the most controversial. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. So what does he mean by this? Now, Trump is not a very well articulated person as far as talking. So it's sometimes what he says stuff, it leaves something crucial out, or it's bullshit, or I mean, obviously a lot of times it's bullshit. So what I read from that is one of two things. Now, they let you do it. Okay, so what does he mean by that? So the way the media has been representing this clip is that, oh, they let you do it like he's a rapist and he's like sexually assaulting them. Okay. And they don't care because, oh, he's too powerful to go against or something. I don't really interpret it that way as necessarily. Now, I still leave a lot of room for doubt with this. So I'm not saying that I'm on his side or anything like that. I'm just saying, let's look at this a little further. So if you're a star, and people don't talk about this anymore, there were these, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and probably even now, there's these people, not things, sorry. I'm objectifying women by calling them things. No, it had nothing to do with that. I was trying to be snobbing and patronizing by calling them things because it's like, there are these things called, so they're called groupies, right? Groupies. So they're attracted to famous people for one reason or another, or money or fame or whatever. And so they're easier, they're more freely giving of their sexuality to these people. So when I first heard that clip, the way that he talks about it, I didn't think, oh my God, he's just going up and grabbing women by the pussy. No, it's like he's saying that, oh, you can just do anything with them. I mean, I've read all these rock biographies, okay, all these autobiographies of rock and roll bands over the years. Kiss, fucking Led Zeppelin, The Doors, all these books, all right, over the years. And one of the major things you get from these books is like, there's always a passage like, man, this girl just let me, this girl just said I could do anything to her. That's what I thought when I heard that. That's what it reminded me of. So, of course, I'm a sexist pig. All right, whatever. So the next point is unidentified voice, whatever you want. Trump says, grab them by the pussy. You can do anything. It's such a meme now that it's funny, okay? I don't take it the same way, okay? So the grab them by the pussy is kind of like, it's kind of aggressive sounding. It's kind of absurdly like exaggerated and aggressive. So what he's doing, he's upping the ante to make Bush laugh, because Bush is laughing. Billy Bush is laughing this whole time. I don't know why the transcript doesn't have that, but actually it does say crosstalk and chuckling. So that's what they're saying. So unidentified voice, yeah, those legs. All I can see is the legs. Right? He's objectifying because. Okay. Anyways, Trump says, "Oh, it looks good." Unidentified voice. Come on, shorty. So I'm just gonna cut it off there. They talk to this, I don't even know who she is, but he makes another joke that's kind of funny. So this is actually funny. It's always good that you don't follow the bus like Gerald Ford, remember? I thought that was kind of funny. I'm sorry for liking something Trump said. Just shoot me now. Hillary forever. Ah, fuck you. Anyways, it's ridiculous. This whole controversy is made up by the media, by the powers that be, the establishment, to tear him down. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to be torn down. In fact, he was put up there by the establishment in the first place. That's what it was. He didn't care about becoming elected, for a Republican nomination that much, as a lot of these things have come out, that he's just doing it for whatever. But the Clintons probably, I know this is for a fact. I saw, there's evidence that there are phone calls to Trump saying you should run. It'd be interesting if you ran or whatever Bill Clinton said to him. And there's also WikiLeaks that came out about the DNC saying, well, we need someone that's a little crazier to run against, like Trump, for example. So you put two and two together, and it's just they have this, this, I'm almost want to call it like a straw man that they built up just to destroy, because it's like they want to destroy this thing so bad. They know Hillary is not going to be the best candidate compared to like even Obama. Even Obama in office is more liberal than Hillary is lying on the campaign trail. So I think that people were just, I think it's it's kind of it's aggressive what he said. I don't necessarily think it was sexual assault or he was talking about sexual assault. I think he was maybe, and I'm not sure, but he might have been talking about groupies, or he might have been talking about women that were, just available because he's famous. I mean, that's the way I read it at first or heard it, and then I started thinking about it. I'm not sure because the media is fucking ramming this down people's throats. So I'm like all confused now and worried about, well, what if I say it's right? I'm just a fucking, a neckbeard or something. I don't know. It's just fucking ridiculous. So I can't wait for this election to be over. I voted for Bernie Sanders in the primary. I'm voting for Jill Stein. So I'm really a sexist. I mean, she's way more like into this, like, she's way closer to like the radical feminist stuff than any kind of Hillary supporter would be. It's Jill Stein supporters or people. But at least it's real. At least it's not fake. At least it's fucking, genuine. Unlike Hillary's feminism, fucking Saudi Arabia. They're really, oh, great, yeah. They're really a fucking feminist country, huh? Giving millions of dollars to them. So people can fuck off and die and fucking, I hope they bend their dicks over and fuck themselves in the ass and die of bleeding from the stuff they say to me or say about Bernie supporters or people that vote third party. Fuck you, man. Who the fuck are you? Okay? Who the fuck are you? Anyways, I'm going on a little rant here. The Trump thing is made up. It wasn't made up. It was obviously real. It was leaked on purpose. It was exposed on purpose. And he's a sleazoid, right? And that's all that I got from it. I didn't get that he was a rapist, per se. He's a little, grabbing the pussy. He was making a bad sort of sexual assault joke because he's like, man, it's like, I've even read stuff from Gene Simmons, or whoever, any kind of rock celebrity that boasts of having sex with a lot of women. And some of them don't really boast, but they say, oh yeah, it was so crazy back in the 70s. Man, you could do anything to him. That's exactly what he was saying. If you don't believe that, fucking read the shit that I've read. I've read like fucking 20 rock autobiographies in my life. Probably like more like 50. I've read all sorts of stuff, article after article about these guys, how they lived. And he's 70 years old, Donald Trump, and he wanted always to be a celebrity, and that part of being a celebrity is having more available women. People that don't like that idea, maybe that idea is sexist in some way. Maybe it is. Okay, but say that's sexist rather than saying it's sexual assault sexist. That's just fucking stupid. And people are trying to do this, and that's all I gotta say. Like the video, please subscribe, and everything.